It's probably almost 5 in the morning for most of my viewers, but I guess you'll get this in the morning. But anyone that is up right now, you can check me out. So I just wanted to do a quick little video because I'm in a cool spot that is clear across the other side of the world, and it's a place called Bali. And yeah, just take a little bit of a view. I'm going to show you guys a tour of my Airbnb and take a look at that, but just wanted to start from the outside. And yeah, we're right in front of all the the rice fields, and people just getting the work done, and it's a little windy, so bear with me. But yeah, I'm going to give you a tour, and then we're going to talk about 5 mindsets that you can have as a successful entrepreneur. So we're going to talk about that, and the reason that we are, and we're doing it in Bali, is because Bali is one of the most famous places that everyone says that the entrepreneurs go. Either they're going to travel and do remote work for like months, or they actually even live here because they're entrepreneurs and they have these businesses that either they're able to work remotely, and what have you. So I just figured this is a perfect place to kind of have these talks. Obviously, you can see my outfit. I'm a little suited and booted, and I got about like 15 minutes to do this video because me and my guys are trying to go over to one of the famous beach clubs over here called Fins. So we're going to be leaving there soon. So this is going to be a quick video. I'm going to try to do it in 15 minutes, but let's go ahead and take a tour of the spot and we can go from there. So yeah, this is just kind of the entrance. We got this place called Villa Sora. The doors are already open because it's windy, and we're going to get through it. Let's see here. My boys are out here. There we go. A little bit of music. Peter, can you turn it down just a little bit so I can talk my shit? That's my boy Peter over there. He's relaxed. My guy from LA. Well, we over here, Steve, Mr. Lopez. Yep, repping the hometown. The hometown. What are we doing? 419. We're in the building, baby. We're in the building, baby. So let me go ahead and let's start from the beginning. So as soon as you walk in here, it's like a fucking reality show type of spot where it's a villa. You got the pool, you got the plants, you got all that, and then you got the hammock and everything over there. These are everyone's rooms, but I'll just show you my room because it's the most cleanest. Everyone else is a mess, So yeah, this is what you got as far as a bedroom, and it's like these sliding doors that are just like a separate room, which is pretty cool. So you got your little workstation over there. Yeah, the decor on here is just like pretty pimp. So you got the pool, you got the outside shower, which is cool. And then we'll go here. Yeah, I'll show you guys this. Show you there's like a living room, kind of kitchen, hangout spot over here. So all the rooms are pretty much the same, so I'm not gonna go through all that. We're running on borrowed time, everyone. So hello, everyone. Yeah, the backyard's nice, isn't it? That's what I'm talking about. And the crazy thing is, I thought for myself that I thought like Bali was gonna be super expensive and it was gonna be one of these places that's gonna break the bank, but literally per person, it was only like $33 a night here. So we're here for a short time just to check it out. We're going back to Thailand. We were in Cambodia earlier, and we were in Thailand too. So we're just bouncing around. We're getting the best of the best as far as touring and everything like that. So let me see if I could try to set my phone. You don't mind, Peter? If you could turn that down just a little bit more so I can just talk my talk. We've got people actually watching, guys, right now live. They're saying what's up. They're saying the backyard is nice. Where is this? This is in Bali, just so you guys know. Airbnb, Villa Sora. If you look at Airbnb up Villa Sora, you're probably going to find it. And it's pretty cheap. I ain't going to lie. It's like $33 a night per person. If you break it down between the 3 bedroom, it's a 3-bedroom spot. I forgot to show too. We got the sauna over there too. You can go ahead and sweat it out. So anyhow, let's talk about entrepreneurship and talk about 5 mindsets that you got to have to do some of this stuff like this. You know what I mean? And maybe a little bit more. I'm just starting off. You know what I mean? Peter's out of here. Hold on. We got to say goodbye to Peter. He's already heading out. They're going to grab a bike here, just so you know that. It's super busy here. You can't really get cabs. Like, the streets are so packed that the best thing you need to do is like get on a bike and use the app Grab, and you can get a bike in the same sense as like Uber. They have like the bikes that you can just ride on there. So anyhow, so 5 tips, and this is just coming off the cuff. I did not have this planned in my head on like how to talk about this, so I might stumble through it a little bit. Thank you. Looks amazing. It is amazing. I'm not gonna front. It's pretty nice. So five tips. So the first thing to do as far as like being an entrepreneur, that you need to switch from, doing a 9 to 5 to, doing it as an entrepreneur and like trying to start your own business, so to speak, is that you have to be, you got to switch your mindset from Monday through Friday, 40 hours a work week, and 9 to 5 to basically 24/7 every single day. You know what I mean? And I know that seems like a lot because it sounds like a lot, but what I mean by that is that if you're just always accessible and you always make sure that your clients know, it doesn't matter what business you're in. Myself, I'm Urban Creative. I do videography, video production. I'm a creative agency. I also do web design, a lot of graphic design as well, and that whole gambit. So, and I'm based in New York City, if you guys don't know that. I'm here on vacation, but anyhow, 24/7. But what I mean by that too is that it's not necessarily have to work 24/7 every single hour of the day. It's just that you had to be accessible to your clients to know that they're going to be like, oh, okay, I see. He's going to respond to me at 7 p.m. He's going to respond to me on the weekends, and he's going to get back to me. He's a reliable guy. Because really, at the end of the day, that's all the clients want. They want to have the assurance that, hey, this guy is not going to just leave me hanging, and I don't know just because, like, oh, I don't work on the weekends. Like, that shit don't work. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. To be a successful entrepreneur, you just can't do that. And even with me right now, I'm on vacation, but, I'm still responding to emails. I'm still responding and texting. I'm trying to do a little bit of work. I'm not doing as much as I should, but I am trying my hardest to try to accommodate, or at least give them the expectations and deadlines and let them know, like, hey, we're going to do that. But actually, this brings into my second point. So my second point is that along with being 24/7, make it easier for you and find out the things that you can streamline. And what I mean by that is streamlining your business processes and tasks, because you don't have to do everything yourself. You don't have to be answering the emails, the phone calls, trying to search for potential business and whatever like that. Hey everyone, just coming in. I appreciate you guys. Dale, just saying hi. Thank you, man. Looks amazing. Killer Texas 210. It does. But yeah, back to that is that you don't have to do everything yourself. You can streamline some of the stuff. There's so many of these different outsourcing businesses that you can have the people that set your appointments, respond to your initial emails until you book the meeting, and then you got to talk to the potential client yourself in person. Some of that time-saving stuff. Myself, what I do as a video production company is that I used to do a lot of the video editing myself, and I still do on some of the projects I know I need to be close to. But what I do, and for a lot of them that I know I have that trust with the amount of skill, is I outsource my video editing to like a team that I have that's in the Philippines, and I have another guy that's in Cappadocia. You know where Cappadocia is at, Steve?
In Turkey. It's on the east side.
Okay, somewhere around there by Turkey? Okay, yeah. So I got a guy there, but like I know I can trust on a couple people, and the prices are lower, obviously. I can still make my catch and still make my profit on where I do. So it actually, once you start scaling out there, that's when you kind of see you being just a one-man band to where you start leveling up like a lot more, So that's something to consider. That's number 2. So number 3, I would say is, and I'm going off on cuff here, so let me think about that. So number 3, because I have the other 2. But number 3, I would say, is really the strong point to remember is being an entrepreneur is getting very skilled into your whatever you do, like be a niche in whatever that is. Like, so, for me, I do a lot of the videography, and I do a range of it, but my what I mean by that is like I do short films, I do music videos sometimes, I do some corporate stuff, but there's my bread and butter where there's a specific type of video that I do that's like not that hard to set up, and it's very easy to do in New York City and within the city, and that is corporate kind of testimonials or like branding videos where it's more of like a talking head interview session where I have like one main camera that's like a wide like this, and then I got like a side angle there simultaneously, and you have like an easy setup, but it looks really good. It looks like a Hollywood kind of like production that a one-man person can do. So I guess what I'm saying is, like, whatever your skill is in your business or what you know how to do, that you've grown and known how to do for over 10 years, figure out what that niche is in your market and try to target that even a little bit more, just a little bit further. You can have all the other services around and they're kind of like complement you, because the more you have that too, there's an upsell with that. A lot of times for me, I'll have like a first time client where I'll do a video for them, but then when I start to look at their website, I'm like, well, shit, like your website looking a little, a little rough, a little scuffed. So help you with that as well, So I revamped the website for them, and that's an upsell for me. So, but again, my specialty is doing these like corporate style videos where it's like kind of interview, testimonial, case study style videos, if you guys know what I mean. So that's number 3. Okay, let's talk about number 4 and 5, because these are ones that are easy to me, and it's very a big mindset. I'll even take off my glasses real quick so you guys can see. I'm talking, business. Hey, I'm a little sweaty, you know what I'm saying? I'm over here in Bali. So, but number 4, I would say, is that fear. What do you do with fear, and what does fear translate to, in a sense that how's it affecting you? You know what I mean? I think a lot of times we get into the mode as human nature, as humans, that we let fear kind of compound on us, kind of on our shoulders. You know what I mean? Like, even from a physical standpoint, it's just hitting you there, and it's daunting, and it weighs on you, and you start doubting yourself, and you're just like, I don't know, like, if I can get it, like, together, or even where do I start? I don't know where to start, so I'm not even going to start at all. Like, that type of shit needs to be actually behind you, and you use that fear as a rocket and try to propel you to like motivate you, So fear is not a bad thing, but fear should be used in a sense of using it more of a sense of urgency instead of like a sense of doubt and doubting yourself and guilt and everything like that. So it's okay to have fear, but it's more about trying to channel that fear into something that's like actually more beneficial towards you, that you put it behind you and you use it as a way to propel yourself to just keep, like, if it's fear in that way, like, you just got to start thinking in a sense like, all right, well, I'm doing one thing good, but like, oh, I got a few extra hours a week that I can go learn something or, improve something. There's some YouTube classes that you should check out. Is there some, courses that you can take online or at a community college that's going to help out your skill set more? So like, use that fear that that you always need to keep adapting, learning, and growing. So then that kind of goes into like my final point, which is faith. And that's a big one. And what I mean by that is, which we all can kind of get what I'm saying to it is, and it goes in tandem with the fear, but really the faith is like the biggest thing that you just kind of have to have, like as being an entrepreneur, is that you just got to have that blind faith. You got to have that faith that you just know that it's just going to work out. And the more that you have that mindset that, like, you know what, God has me, you know what I mean? And like, he's going to make sure that I'm good and great and I'm going to be successful because like, I really believe in that. Or even on, in a sense, like in a universe perspective, is that like, if you put in the work and you already had 10 years of experience in doing whatever your skill set is, whatever your job trade is, like, you can go on your own most of the time and try to start your own business and do it. As long as you have that faith that you're going to be able to make it work and you're going to make it win. If you have all those tools and you're trying your hardest, the universe is going to reward that in some sort of way, and the ball is going to roll, you know what I mean? But you have to have that sense of urgency with the fear along with the faith, and like, let them complement each other in the right way to like get you to where you want to be. Because like, I think the big thing about faith is, and I learned a lot about this like last year, I went through a lot of like ups and downs with the video production. I'm not sure if like, was I good enough? You know, I didn't go to a traditional videography school. I pretty much self-taught myself. It didn't go to these fancy, you know, video or art schools or any shit like that, you know, but I believed in myself though. And I believe that I can make it happen, you know, and it's kind of like, you got to be a little delusional about it, really. It sounds crazy, which it does, and it is a little crazy, but that's okay. Have that mentality of that delusional faith, like that you just know it's gonna work. You might have your account low as fuck, you know, like you're down to like your last like $20 or $50, but you know, like that week, you're gonna have that client that comes up and they're like, hey, I wanna book you for a session, let's go. And just keep having that faith, because the more that compounds on itself, it is a snowball effect. Trust me, when I tell you this, is that if you just believe that, that snowball effect will happen, and clients will keep seeing that. They'll keep seeing on your work, or either through your Google reviews, or if you have a portfolio, you're doing art stuff or creative stuff like I do, like it is going to work out. So just make sure that you have those two mindsets the right way, really all 5 of the mindsets, and you're gonna make it work. Anyhow, I think that's as much as I got. I gotta go over here to Finn's Beach. My boy Steve over here, he's waiting for me. He's like, come on, man, I'm on vacation, man. Like, you know, we gotta go. So, but I will say this, if you guys look at my link, you can book me for a consultation. I have a 30-minute one and a 60-minute one, depending on where you're at in your business, or if you're just starting, you'll know which one to book. But please book me and let's talk more about like how much I can help you on the creative side, but even maybe just talking about stuff like this, because I'm one of these guys. I'm a little bit of a motivational speaker, so to speak, but just like on the low. Like I ain't really trying to like be a coach or anything, but I think I'm pretty good at like knowing how to motivate you to make you feel like, man, I'm pumped after I just talked with Eric. So make sure you guys take a look at that. Also, if you're new to watching my channel right now, I see some new people there. Thank you for joining. Some people from, okay, my guy from Israel. Okay, yeah, I got that. Thanks for watching. But if you can, please like, comment, subscribe. I do videos more like this for videography, and I'm gonna do some technical ones. I was trying to release one this week, but didn't get much time to do it, so I want to do a quick video on this one right now. But I do tips, tutorials on videography production, creative as a whole, how to run your creative agency in cities like New York City, and also, you know, where else was I getting at that? I think that was pretty much it. But yeah, anyhow, you guys take care, have a good week, have a good weekend, and we'll talk soon. So thanks, peace. Oh.